Whoa! And we are officially live, I guess. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome in, dear viewers. Hope you're all doing well. This is a lovely Tuesday, cold Tuesday, here in my hometown at the very least. And we're joined by a lot of people. Yeah. Quick introduction. We've got Elsie Tron, played by Tigress. She is a lady of the night in general and not a vampire. Or not a thin blood.
Not in person, just in the game.
Just in the game. Yes.
In the game,
yes. And then we have Marta, played by Angel M. Farmer girl, outside of Bloem, or what is known as Bloem at the time. And then after her we've got Luan, played by Serpent Chaos. He is a chemist snake oil salesman thing, right? Yeah.
Yep. Alchemist.
An alchemist type guy. And then we've got JJ Milan, played by Jono. He is a journalist when journalism still meant something. Ooh. And then we've got Jan Hendrik, played by Santa. And is it next week or this week that we're starting, Santa?
Next week.
Next week. We will be playing a bit of Remnant 1 together. So that's going to be amazing, yeah. I'm, of course, Zaffageek, as you can see. And this is the real Kindred of Bloemfontein. Now, before we start, dear viewer, please remember that the actions that these players carry out does not necessarily reflect their true selves. This is a game about monsters, but they are not monsters. Okay, just letting you all know. And
yeah, guys, I'm nicer in this game than I am in real life.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. And without any further ado, previously on the real Kindred of Bloemfontein. An innocent ding ding bang bang do 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 do. We've had some innocent interactions between Elsie and a little girl named Janine. Some animals were killed in a strange fashion. JJ Milan saw things he couldn't explain, which makes him question a lot more things than he's used to. Marta is the farm owner where some of the animals were killed. She's just chilling, making food, very delicious food apparently. And Elsie lives with her. And then Luan is busy working on some sort of making blood look like wine type of thing, the alchemist. And Jan Hendrik is busy camping out near the barn of Marta's farm to see if there's going to be more attacks. It is early evening. It is early evening. To be precise, I'll tell you. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, it was Control plus mouse scroll. Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's do that. And let's do that. And lights were beginning to turn on, and there's some action. He can see into the other farmhouse of someone named Henry. and he is busy patrolling. Where do you find yourselves at? Do you remember?
Who's that now? Me or like the group?
Well, any one of the group that wants to start off.
I can. So basically, Jan Hendrik van Skalkwyk will basically be sitting by the barn, listening to cows, seeing if they're like any like disturbance in the grain, and then basically just patrol and see if he spots anything that damages the cows emotionally.
Aside from you, there's nothing else that damages the cows emotionally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. They seem a bit more lively every time you get close to them, so I don't know what's happening there. I mean, what goes on in the mind of a cow?
Moo.
There we go. Moo, 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 moo. And JJ...
You know cows make best friends.
I know.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
Did you see the videos where they like pamper the cows? They look so good.
Where they jump when they like reach grass. Oh my goodness. I want to be able to jump like a big fat cow. They look so happy. Like, I wish I could jump.
I can just see Tigress every morning before she goes to work. She's on all fours, and then she touches grass, and then she practices jumping like that.
Just like the pure
Is that
happiness
always-
is what I mean.
Like this long jump, high jump, cow jump. Is that a new Olympic sport?
So random.
Sorry.
I've never seen a cow jump in my life.
Either.
Me neither.
That would look so messed up.
Guys. Why
We need to
not?
now look at it.
Do they even have knees?
Who
Are we
knows?
talking?
I don't pay attention to that, man.
They do have knees.
You do have
The
me.
only thing I know is my grandma once told me that you know it's gonna rain if you see cows laying down. That's it. That's the only thing I know about cows.
I'm very
Okay.
sorry I derailed.
You kind of derailed it, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll pull it back on the rails again. We'll pull it back on the
So-
rails again.
JJ
You
had
were,
that whole conversation
yeah, with
and I
all of them.
back with all of them. Okay?
Mm,
The only person I haven't had a conversation with is Luan.
mm.
And so now he will be running to Luan. And I say running because he will be like, I need to go. I think he's also a little scared. Because now it's nighttime. Now it's like, this is freaky. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
well, it
I wanna
is.
be here.
Well, it is 5 o'clock, and luckily there's no light pollution yet as much, but some of the lights have been turned on. The street lamps have been turned on. Most of the roads are currently dusty roads, aside from, like, well, they're mostly dusty roads still, dirt roads. Maybe like some form of salt road or compacted over the years of traversing, but it's not as in slightest wind blown, there's dust clouds everywhere. Although it's not August yet in Bloemfontein, in this world. When those winds come in, we'll see what happens. Okay.
Sandstorms.
Yeah, and I know Elsie is taking the night off because she had a good week.
Martha is
Yeah.
making supper for her and Elsie. And
Elsie will be. Sorry.
I'll probably make a little bit of extra to take to Jan Hendrik.
Yeah, definitely. What was that, Elsie?
I think Elsie will be lounging somewhere reading.
What's she reading?
Very smart. Let's be honest.
Yeah, the Mills and
Something
Boone
is
stuff.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. some sort of 50 Shades of Grey shit. Okay. And what is Luan up to?
He's trying to perfect the whole blood thing. So he's still busy with that, trying to create the blood that looks like wine, because it's one of the more interesting things that he have done. So he's hyper focusing on it.
Okay, are you gonna use science for it, right?
Yes, science or craft, science or craft, both. Your choice.
I just need to see here. Craft. Jeez, man, this is because it's like literally craft. Oh, but it doesn't make any difference. It's the same amount of dots.
Technically, yeah, like so craft, except I have a specialty in chemicals, and science specialty in chemistry.
Let's go science. Let's go science and roll me a. Let's do it. You've done it once, and you've done it once already with, I believe, a wits roll. So do intelligence and science now to see if you can actually make it look like wine.
Alrighty. Do I get my specialty
Yes.
die or
Yes.
good?
Oh shit! I should have recorded.
Okay. So 6.
You've got it looking like wine. Your earlier mistake, you figured out what you did wrong, and you've got your design. You've got your. It looks like. Funnily enough, you got it to the point. I mean, look at all those criticals. It's not a critical, but look at all those successes. You've got it to a point, like you were just aiming for like a dry red. You've got it to a point where you can literally choose what you want to look like. So currently you're sitting looking at a rosé.
Ooh. How much did he want, if I may ask? How much was the order? Or was it just a proof of concept?
Just a proof of concept.
Alrighty. Oh, then I will. Very happy. When did he want the
proof of concept? He basically told you like, you can deliver it at any time.
Oh, well, I think he's so excited he would actually go now. But why not? I think he would actually, because it's only 5, right?
Yeah.
It's not that late, actually. He would actually then, because if he needs to make more of this, he needs to go. So you would actually take the proof of concept, right? Just make sure of the recipes, take the ingredients pouch, just so that you can basically just say that, let's see, you're not allergic to anything of these things I'm putting in it.
Yeah, well,
all that stuff.
Yeah, basically. You've got everything ready in a bag, and you make your way outside. And how are you transporting this wine?
You most likely would have put it like in a glass jar, because this is a presentation. He probably would have actually put it in a glass bottle similarly shaped to a wine bottle.
To a wine bottle, yeah, non-branded wine bottle, yeah.
Basically, he wants to make it a presentation, so make sure it's a nice bottle, and yeah, basically, and then most likely has a lever pouch for like that he can slide in liquid. So he has his normal satchel and then an extra satchel of the bottle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you get outside, and are you in a hurry, or are you just walking at a brisk pace?
I'm very chilled. Like, I'm excitedly walking, but I'm not rushing. So I think just walking in the direction where I should apparently, because I'm probably looking at the deliver address or so on, just making sure
Yeah,
like
it's
okay,
it's
here.
pretty damn close to Marta's. It's the farm next to Marta's farm.
Oh, great. Oh yeah, no. Then
Yeah.
I would like so I'm walking out of more of excitement, not a hurry. So
And you take your route that you always travel that way.
yes.
Yeah.
The
of
same
course.
it's a
the
habit.
same. I mean, it's literally you walk in an L shape and you get there.
Basically. There's not a lot.
Yeah. JJ, in front of you, as you get closer to the busier section of the city, the central part or the main part of the city, in front of you, you see Luan, but he is sort of lost in thought, looking at a wine bottle filled with wine in his hands, and you're running, so you take it away.
Hey, Luan. Listen, I can see that you seem deep in thought or busy or something. Is that the commission thing? Is that the
Yes,
thing you were?
Walk and talk before it gets too
Okay,
late.
okay, we can walk and talk. It's fine. I do need your help with something. So I went next door to the neighbors of Elsie, and they seem to have the same thing going on, right? So I go to the section where the handprint was. They said they washed it off and painted over it, but when I went there, it was weird because it was like it's still there, almost like it was etched in, but it wasn't because it was smooth. But you could still see the hand in the print, and you know, uh, so really strange. It was almost like it was glowing, but not really. But I don't know. It's strange. It's really weird. Um, and so there was that, and I think they're marking this thing. I don't think that if Elsie cleans it up or washes it off, it's going to go away. And I think this is a bit more deep than a bunch of crazies that put a hand sign or made a symbol on something. Okay. Uh, Another thing, there's this lady, forget her name, uh, and some guy fell off the roof of that place, and there's all commotion. I go check it out, and she's standing there with her hand on his leg, his like broken leg or whatever, and eyes closed for a while, and then she like leaves, and he's fine, and so I go chase after her, and I see her with a pail, like water bucket in her hand, which is the hand that touched the guy. And then she sort of just chucks the pail, and then it goes from being a bucket to not a bucket anymore. And it's like liquid on the ground. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but clearly, this is not what we used to. Okay,
Well,
I need help. Between you and Jan, someone needs to help me with this because I don't know what the hell's going on.
So, from what I know, the mark, it's a basic concept of when you put enough energy into something, some people can feel the energy. That type of vibe, like that's why wards and so on work, is because you basically put intimidation in it and then they don't like coming through that. So that's a basic concept. The spiritual healing, I've seen that type of vibe before from a high priestess of my previous community, though she was the only one. But I don't know the bucket thing. That's a little bit odd. This sounds very interesting. But we can actually ask the neighbors. I'm actually on my way to them. This is the commission they asked for, so we can actually ask them if there have been like attacks on their farm. Plus, then you can actually show me the handprint, because I would love to study that. Because there's a very fine line between magic and science. It's technically the same. We just need to figure it out.
Okay. You know, you're with me. You're with me. Okay, I'm not going to ourselves this way. Okay, fine. We can go. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not the worst idea. You know, we can definitely check it out because I don't want to feel like I'm crazy. You know, because it is very strange. So at this point, I don't know what I'm seeing, and I don't know what I'm seeing is real, because seeing a bucket go from being a bucket to not one anymore, and being liquid makes no sense. So, you know, I'd rather have someone come with me and all the eyes that I have, you know, look over this thing and just make sure that I am not going mad.
Seeing your first miracle is quite shocking, so I do understand that. They're actually quite common, shockingly. You just need to find the right person. As I said, the previous high priestess of my community, she actually used to levitate, which was quite interesting, just sitting and meditating. So miracles is a thing. Like, you just need to figure out why, and maybe you can even commune with these miracles. But as I said, you're not crazy. That's all I want you to know.
That's good. Or bad. I actually don't know at this point. But you know, we'll see. I think this makes for a great story. You know, actually, thinking about it, might sell some copies. Eh?
Yes, though I will warn you that the church may not be very happy with certain things, but that drama could also be fun for you.
Ooh, I haven't thought about that. Eh? I didn't think about that. I don't really want to seal the fate of a whole woman. No. Yeah,
That is very true.
that's not a really good idea. I don't, you know. I think she just came into town. Be a terrible way to greet her, you know.
Is it Tiffany? Wait, is it Tiffany? Is that the name?
Yes, yes.
Ah, yes.
From
brilliant lady.
Elsie.
Brilliant woman. She seems to be, I think, around my age, but she's very talented. Like, she gave me this recipe for like an increased coffee. I think we actually gave you some of it. She gave me an improved one.
Is it the new strain that you did you give it to me?
I gave you coffee, but then she gave an improved express, which I gave now to Jan. Which, if you drink too much, you will get a heart attack. But at least we'll keep him awake. She gave me that one. I still need you to taste it.
I would love that. I need that. That is very important. I do, you know, work late hours and up early in the morning, so that will be very important, you know.
Good to know. Then, yes, we can talk about that. As I said, very nice race. And she's a very nice lady. Like, quite. So I did not know she was so impressive. Like, wow.
I think I caught that at the wrong time, or the right time, depending on you know how you look at it. But definitely need to talk to her again. But I'll wait for tomorrow or another day, you know. But yeah, that sign. It feels like it's something. There were a bit of talks, bit of whispers and chatter amongst the people working at the farm, and so I don't know. But we can always go. We're going to check it out, so that's good.
Yeah, maybe they just use it to find the places again. As I said, there's some people have talked about like marking objects with your essence or energy, and then you can track them. So maybe it's something like that, or it's a protection sign, or just drawing a giant pentagram somewhere and going to summon a demon. I don't know. Something's weird.
There's something that I did hear. Like, by the way, I was talking to the guys that are working at the farm, and they said the boss, the owner, he like seems to work well, like very like he gets up very early, and he's like he does all his stuff and everything, and then around about like afternoonish, he's like done. He's like tired. You do not see him. I feel like that's a bit strange. That's just
Depends on his age. Maybe we can actually sell him some supplements and vitamin P's. Because with age, you different. If he prefers working in the mornings and night, it could be maybe a allergy for the sun, which is actually shockingly a thing where people get these odd like rashes when they're in the sun or burn very easily. So maybe he's an albino. Those are I've heard is very interesting.
Yes, I've heard about those. Yes, it's the melanin or whatever.
Yes,
That
lack
thing.
of melanin.
Yes, yes.
So
No,
there's
I mean,
a lot
hey,
of
it's good for business. I'll just say that.
oh yes, but yeah, maybe I said, or maybe just loves working hard and then he just likes sipping his whiskey when he's done. Also an option, or
Maybe.
wine.
I mean, if it is one of those situations where he just needs a bit of vitamins or whatever, those supplements, it would be a great case study. You could use it to, put it in the paper and just tell people, hey, it might help increase your work ethic and your, feeling tired and whatnot.
That is good. I actually have a list of some of the vitamins I can have. Maybe if I question, yes, this is gonna be exciting. How long has this Henry been here, by the way? Like, he's been here the entire time, or because this is the GM?
Henry has been here a long time. He's been here before you guys arrived.
Mm-hmm.
If some of you were born here, he's been here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, old Henry, like I said, he's a constant. He's probably just a little bit old. He needs maybe some, as I said, supplements and vitamins.
Mm.
And just let me tell you, thanks for reading my mind there, Marta. Because I was about to ask, what are you actually preparing for food? And steak and eggs. Ah, yes. Steak and eggs and a salad. Ah,
Yes.
very, very good. And you continue on preparing it. And you... Are you going to take some of it out to the Witcher of Bloemfontein? I mean, Jan Hendrik?
Yes, I will take him some as well.
You're gonna give him steak.
Well, Marta was thinking of making him scrambled eggs on bread.
Oh,
There's only so
And a
much
little bit of
steak.
salad.
Yeah. And a little bit of salad.
and it's gonna be weird to eat steak in front of a cow, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll sure. Poor man needs his beef.
Remember, this is Bloemfontein. This is meat country.
I'll
Yeah,
add
he
some
needs
bacon
his-
for him as well.
There we go. He's a grown boy. He needs his
He's a-
protein.
He needs to kill all the vampires. He needs those muscles.
Yeah.
So you take it out to him. You make your way to the barn, and you can see him diligently patrolling. Like, he's so diligent, I want him to roll me a wits and awareness, please.
I'm gonna roll the best wits and awareness. Not bad.
Yeah, you do spot them. You do spot Marta. Is Elsie with him? With her?
Yeah, Elsie will go with her.
You'll see Elsie and Marta approaching you, and they have like a tiny. How is this food packaged? Is it just on a plate?
Just on a plate with a knife and
Sandwiches
fork.
and a bit of knife and fork, and
Jan Hendrik, we thought you might be hungry, so we made you also some supper.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How's it going on here?
Nothing much happened. I think one of the cows most likely talked to me. I'm not quite sure. I think if I do a few more rotations, I can actually understand one of them.
Must be Ben. Ben is a talkative cow.
Scary enough, I have never seen a cow talk that much.
Yeah, he rarely is quiet.
Yeah. This is good. This looks good. I'm not gonna lie. This looks really nice.
I'm glad.
The bacon's name was Little Jimmy.
Oh shit. You name your.
He's from another farm, not from this farm.
Oh shit! I'm gonna enjoy. What's his name again?
Little Jimmy.
I'm gonna enjoy Little Jimmy.
Don't say it like.
Context.
You stepped right into my trap.
Context.
I fooled you. I fooled you all.
Why? Why though?
It could have gone worse, okay? It could have gone worse.
It did. Could it really?
It could have I'm not gonna say it because it could have gone worse.
I was gonna enjoy this pork.
There we
Enjoy it. Well,
Yeah.
I think Marta would have also brought a glass of milk or something like that for you.
Probably some juice.
It,
Milk is morning drink.
some juice. Some orange.
You can just walk up to a cow with a glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that glass. I'm gonna take that. And Janus will stand with the glass in his hand and the plate, but he will not basically eat out of it. He's just gonna talk while holding the. So the night stuff happened. Did you notice like your cows being like loud?
Would I have noticed that, or would I have been asleep?
That was the strange thing.
I
You would have noticed it.
Yeah. They didn't make a sound.
Even Ben?
Well, Ben was his usual self. I know his voice, so
Interesting.
there was no sounds out of the ordinary.
We just have to. I don't know. Like I haven't seen any activity yet, but hopefully, somewhere in the night, something happens. Also, Luan made me the shots. That he said something that builds up testosterone or something.
Okay.
Don't drink the whole thing. Just like a little sip. Just a dip. Just a taste.
I think Luan would have warned me if there was like health risk to this.
Just I've seen what some of Luan's things can do to men. I've experienced it, so maybe just from my experience, just a little bit. Please?
Okay. You know what? Like I also know Luan, and he would never give me something that can stop my heart or.
You'd be surprised what can happen under pressure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take small sips. I'll be sure.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, if you guys want to, you can always come sit like with me throughout the night. It gets interesting. Summer. Me and Ben has been having like some real good conversations.
I'm glad you're enjoying Ben's company. I have to be up early, so I don't think I'll be out here during the night. But I'll see you at 5.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna be out here. All
I
by my
mean,
lonesome.
sit with you for a bit, okay? Be a
Oh.
weird way to stay up during the night, but alright.
Why would you say it like that?
It's just out of the ordinary for me.
Oh, okay. Are you like an early bird or more like a late owl?
I'm more of a perpetual night raven.
Oh. But why Raven? Raven's so aggressive.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Now you're more welcome to keep me company. I'm what the young kids would call
Nope.
an expert in my field.
Okay.
How many young kids have you spoken to the last while?
Not really much. I normally train, and then basically Luan tells me about his like remedies, like the one he told me about. I should drink to stay awake. I think there's something about the faster you drink it, the much longer it lasts. But
Remember what I told you? Small sips.
yeah. I'm doing it because you asked, but normally I would have downed that sucker.
Has he taken a sip yet?
Nope.
I
The
think it's
vial
for
is still closed.
I think it's for when he gets sleepy, though. Then he needs to drink,
Mm.
but
Well, don't you want to sit down and eat your food?
Yeah. Okay, I might as well. You know, I'm just gonna. We'll sit here. Well, this looks good. I just don't want to get distracted. You know, I'm really excited. If it's maybe a vampire, a banshee, a dark one, undead, maybe like vampire, Tokolosi. Could be one of those. You know.
Martha, could you be a deer and bring me like a bashi? What is that in English? I've forgotten.
A
the word
blankie?
for- A blanket.
A
yes.
barsie.
A bashi. Sorry.
Someone's been talking to her kid lately.
Only lately, just like the past day or two. We don't often converse.
do you want me to keep your food warm for you?
Please. I will come back for it like maybe 5 in the morning. You know, to start my sleeping schedule. But I would
I
love
wouldn't
to.
stay up on an empty stomach. That's pass out fuel there.
Yes, you
Just
can't.
eat a rasher.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take one bite.
Okay.
Take a rasher of bacon and then just eat the rasher.
Janendra will take one bite, and then
Take a bite out of little Jimmy.
The way you just said that. Enough to make any hot-blooded man faint.
Janendra will take basically one bite, and then he basically will take another bite, and then he will start like he's actually like really hungry.
He's cock hungry. Yeah, he's
So
cock
he's
hungry.
basically just like at one point eating and like drinking juice, and then
Yeah, you haven't eaten since you've exercised, so I mean.
yeah.
Roll me, everybody at the barn, roll me wits and awareness, please.
Wits and awareness. I'm like super aware. I'm super aware.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Wow. Out of 5 dice, you got a 6.
Holy
Bless
crap!
him.
Yeah, that's a crit.
2 crits.
Basically, yeah, technically it's a crit.
Yeah.
Those two count as as one crit, but it adds an extra
Okay.
success. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow. So, Elsie and Jan Hendrik, you notice two ominous figures. Well, Elsie, you notice two figures walking past, making their way to the Warden farm, the farm next door, the farmhouse. But Jan Hendrik, you see two ominous figures making their way to the now mostly lit farmhouse, the Warden farmhouse, the farm next door.
Do I recognize their gait as they're walking?
Oh, you know who they are. Elsie knows who they are. But Jan Hendrik is in a state of paranoia and suspicion of everyone and everything, so for him it's two ominous figures.
At one point, you just see Jan Hendrik puts the plate down, and he basically start running into that direction.
Oh, never mind.
And he runs. What are you guys talking about still on the way this close to the farm?
Well,
we're probably, it's a lot of just more, it's gone from like the experience of what happened, and it's fully just business of talking about how great it will be to be able to sell more of these, like the supplement stuff. It's like, oh, tell me more about this. Oh, if we can sell this, and we can tell people that you know that, like, the Warden, he's got an old back. You know, he's an old man, old back, probably has a lot of pain. I mean, don't we have something for that? Strong bones, or, you know, if you talk about an article about how we can use, what was that thing called again? Calcium?
Calcium supplements.
You're busy. Yeah, you're busy talking about that. I want Jan Hendrik to roll me a Dex and Stealth, please. And then straight after that, a Wits and Awareness.
Who now? Me or they?
You, Jan Hendrik.
Wits and Awareness, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You approach them, they don't seem to have noticed you. And you do recognize the voices, and they're talking about calcium supplements and extra vitamins for the farmer who lives on this farm. And you do realize it's just JJ and Luan.
Hearing calcium and like non-vampire stuff, Jan Hendrik turns around and heads back. Like very saddened. The fact that it's not like a Tokolosi or like
very sad and demure.
Anti-demure. Not very thoughtful.
Not very thoughtful. Okay.
Not very mindful.
You make your way back. They don't seem to have noticed you. They were so engaged in conversation. And you're like, oh, fuck, they're just going there. Okay. After a while, you come back. And the next scene will be when we're at the barn. But now, we're on JJ. Man, it's so weird. I still need to learn your names and not call you by your older names.
Names?
Yeah. JJ and Luan. You guys walk a bit, yeah?
See, because Henry is so well known, maybe he has some grandchildren or children. Like, he probably has populated half of this town. So if we can get in that with him, we can get a business starting. Maybe I can even then, if we have such a rich I think he's rich. His farm is quite impressive. Better
No,
than
his,
mine does. But
farm
don't
is
tell
quite
her.
impressive, and he hires a lot of people. Yes, to
Yeah,
keep that many
like
people on payroll.
yeah, like that. Maybe we can actually expand. Like yes, I heard the Transvaal is a very
Think
good
about it
place.
like this: we sell to him, we build a relationship, right? We offer a discount to the workers. Think about that coffee. I mean, how much physical labor do they have to do? They have to be up early. They're working every day. They need something. They need a little pick me up. I think. I mean, they might even just start doing it as a bulk order. Get a very good
Yes,
price, and then
this
that's a
is.
steady, constant stream of income. And then you sort it. You put it into a contract.
Plus, it will be nice if maybe I can also, because if I have enough money, I can buy a little plot of land that I can grow more of. Because the herbs and the plants are very irritating to have to go run in the bush to get. They're not
Yes,
that.
yes. And also with your coffee, if you're getting large amounts, you're buying it large amounts, which you can also negotiate on the price of that, which means your profit margin is much higher.
Yes.
Roll me wits and awareness, the both of you.
I miss my old characters' wits and awareness.
JJ, you have noticed it, but it's a bit more striking now for some odd reason. But the garden around the farmhouse, the garden around the farmhouse, it's about 20-30 meters, in radius from the farmhouse. The farmhouse is in the middle. But as you approach and talk about these things and about, and pointing to Transvaal and everything, and you're looking around, you do notice that the garden section of the farmhouse is probably the most perfect circle you can plant flowers, roses, bushes in. And it's literally, and there's a couple of pathways leading into the farm or into the center of the farmhouse. But it's very, very striking. Like the rest is basically Free State felt, and then, it's very, very striking, and you only notice it now.
What's the flowers that are planted in that garden?
Yeah, it's basically like all kinds of roses.
Roses.
And you're sitting here going, wow, you maybe think like maybe one day this could be called the City of Roses. I don't know. But, or the Town of Roses at the very least. And you also think this is where most of his money comes from, as you notice this. But yeah, it's like an immaculately kept garden. And a little bit of like their version of fairy lights is basically candles in a glass jar. Like lining the paths and everything. I mean, it's about 6:30ish, 7ish. It's reasonably dark. The light is more there for show at the moment. Like if you look to the horizon, you'll see darker shapes. You can still like, that is probably that what you see, but this is probably just for
like
show.
Ambient lighting.
Like ambient lighting, yeah, basically. And the sweet, sweet smell of just roses hangs in the air.
Luan, I have to say, this is quite an immaculate setup for a garden.
When he mentions that, you notice it.
You are right.
It's like perfectly round. And the roses itself also, like, is it some type of fertilizer that they're using? Because why is it so good? Like, the rest of this town is not growth is not this amazing, but these flowers are like, it's like it was almost not even man-made, or like not made by nature, but like not even made by man, made by a higher power.
It is very precise. Most
Yeah.
likely, I had people that basically do this their entire life. Like,
Must be, yeah, it must have been months. Must have been months of planning. And it must have been a hell of a lot of money.
yes, like the thing is, there's nothing. I see this now, like nothing out of order. Like this, he's almost flaunting his wealth. I mean this with all due respect, but
Yeah.
I like
It's
compared
funny.
to Martha's farm next door. Yeah.
Yeah, no offense to her, but I mean, this is just another level. I say this much, it smells so much like roses, you could probably hide a dead body here and no one would be able to know. Because all you
Maybe
smell
there's
is
dead
roses.
bodies that are
Maybe
growing
that's
the
the
roses.
fertilizer. Maybe that
Maybe.
is the fertilizer.
Maybe he's the monster. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, wait, shit the hand. Wait, don't say that.
Ah, he has
Don't
also
say
been
that.
targeted. He's also been targeted. Plus, he's been here forever. We would probably know if something's wrong, especially because Luan, he knows what he's doing. He's a little bit ADHD, whatever the term would be in the 1900s. But his aandag is afleidbaar, if I can say it like that. So I believe that he would have dealt with anything like this, especially. Yeah. So I think Henry could just be a good ally. Plus, maybe he can tell us what this fertilizer is, so he can actually plant roses through the entire Bloemfontein.
Good evening, folks.
Oh, good evening, sir.
You see a well-dressed man, probably like in his late 20s. He's like, and what pleasure I have to have you two. What are you doing here, aside from admiring my garden?
Well, I'm actually here because I was asked by the owner, Henry, to make make blood look like wine, and I'm
Of
here
course.
to bring my sample.
Where's my manners? My name's Henry.
You seem a little bit young to be the Henry that it's the family name that has been passed down.
Yes, it's the family name that's been passed down.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. It's we've had a lot of we've had luck in just getting sons.
Oh, that is very amazing. Well, are you the one that
Of
I'm
course.
the one? So
Yeah, you're Luan, yeah. And you're a reporter. You're the reporter.
Yes, forgive me. My name is, you can call me JJ. I am the reporter that recently moved into town. I was here earlier, just checking out the reports, because recently we've gotten reports of strange happenings going on around the farm. Like, so your neighbor's Elsie, I went to go see there, and there was a strange, like, handprint symbol, and we're just documenting that and checking out what's going on.
Oh yeah,
You know,
we painted
cops being-
over ours. Yeah,
Mm.
we painted over ours. Still, we might need a couple of more coats of paint for it. And okay, where's your bottle? Are you holding it still in your hand, Mr. Luan?
yes, I would have taken it out basically when he said.
Roll me a wits and awareness, Luan. No. It's gonna be something else. Sorry, give me a few seconds. It's gonna have to do with medicine. Intelligence and medicine.
My life.
Oh, what?
Okay, he is very pale. That's what your medicine check tells you. He is very pale.
Albino probably or something like that.
Mm,
Inbreeding.
Well, not.
mm.
No, he's just pale. For someone working, well, then again, he works at night.
He works early in the morning.
Yeah,
Or
early in the
late
morning.
at night.
Yeah, early in the morning. But he's very pale. Sunlight is not tanning him, perhaps. Moonlight, I mean.
My honest thing is skin disease. Worst case scenario.
Allergic to the sun.
Behavior. Yeah.
Mm.
I
yes,
see you've brought me a sample.
Yes. So I made this one look like a rosé, but technically I can make it look like many other wines. A very interesting request. Took me a bit, but yeah, and I'll hand it over to him.
You hand it over to him, he looks at it. He opens it up, he smells. Both of you roll me what's an awareness, please.
Cool. Dice don't fail me. Yeah.
There we go. He smells, and he smells it, and he smiles a little bit. And Luan, his canines are very prominent. And he smiles, and he's like, "Oh, this'll do. This'll do perfectly. You see, I have what we call, like, I'm a bit anemic. So I need some iron in my system. Yes. Yes. And the thing is, the best way that I could find was either by injecting or ingesting this." And he looks disgusted. Okay, he looks disgusted.
Imagine.
And he's like, "I'd much rather ingest because I don't want to look like I've been going to the hospital quite a lot."
And now it can look like wine, so it can actually fit in. Oh, that makes sense. I was curious on your thing, but yeah, like at least the iron and everything is still in there. Though, if you want me to also look for some other supplements you need, just let me know, please.
Of
Here to help.
course, of course. And what have you found out about the animal attacks? And it's obviously you're not standing, you're just walking around in the garden while you're talking. Yeah.
Well, what I found is that it seems to be the same group. From my estimation, it's
The same group of animals?
No, more the perpetrators seem to be the same. The symbol that was left on your barn, as well as the one that was left on Elsie's, matches. It's linked to the hand, which is some cult that I have heard a few things about. So it's very interesting. It sounds also like they drain the blood, so they might be using it for some type of activity, whether that be a drawing circles, like summoning circle, some type of other ritual that they do. It's interesting because I've never really seen them come out this way. So it seems like they may be expanding out this side. So I'm going to, from tomorrow, start reaching out to contacts in other cities and see what they might know about them. And then from there, we can start seeing if we can pick up who would possibly be involved.
Please keep me informed about this, because if it's people doing it, then I might have to tighten up my security a little bit. I mean, this is a reasonably... I mean, we've been lucky that it's such a safe area. The laws here are quite... How do you put it? Quite brutal. Yeah, the laws here are quite brutal in the sense of it's more like mob justice. Such a bad way to do things. They should implement something, a group of people or something, to keep the law, but not have it be mob justice.
No, it's a little bit barbaric.
Yeah, it is. It what comes with a smaller town and a smaller group of people. It's a bit difficult to implement a proper judiciary. So Hopefully, we can start having more influence and more of that growth that you see in these bigger cities.
Yeah, this would be quite a cool, good thing if the city could grow. I mean, we're already the center of uh, horse swaps, horse stopovers, because people come here from uh, the city of Cape Town and the surrounding areas, and they would just leave their horses here, get new horses, and move on. And then when they come back, they get their old horses back, and yeah. Also,
Yeah, there seems to be.
to answer your question, and he points to a fountain, sort of spring. And he's like, that's the reason. It's a spring, not a fountain. It's like a spring. It's bubbling. It looks like a pond, but it's like, and he's like, but yeah, this keeps my plants fed. Now, if you want to look, I don't know if you're scientifically or engineerically inclined, but there's waterways running all around underneath the ground towards the roses.
That is brilliant. Like, because spring water should have a lot of minerals, and Luan will immediately go look at it and take a little bit of a sample because he wants to test it, and he
Please
just
do.
hyperfixable.
Yeah,
Oh,
please do. As you do it, it's like, please do.
This is fascinating. Like, we need more of this. But if we already have one, maybe there's more, because currently we need to get more water through Bloemfontein, especially for the vegetation.
I'm working on a way to get things up and running in the city. I've already spoken to, well, the mayor. Oh crap, is he the president? Hold on. It's the 1920s Bloem. No, the president was before then. Well, let's just call him the mayor. Yeah, I'm already in talks with the mayor, seeing as my family has built this farm since the late 1800s to what it is today. So I'm just continuing that legacy and trying to help out the city of Bloem. It's sort of like it has a special place in my heart. You know, and I want to keep the life force, if you will, of this city growing and expanding.
Such a noble thing of you.
Yeah, it is. Sort of. It runs in the family, you can say.
It's duty. Like, not taking away from any of your decisions, but yeah, you have a duty, and this place has a lot of potential.
Yeah. But, unfortunately, I have to start tending to the garden and trying to figure out ways to make it even better. So, if you will excuse me, please take your time in the garden. I can assure you there's no dead bodies on the ground underneath, and no supernatural, non-man-made force has entered into creating this luscious rose garden of mine. It's all hard work from my family.
Well, yes, thank you for this was an enlightening chat. But please do also be careful, since they have been going after livestock, but we don't know about how this new group of people, if they might be, predisposed to attacking people as well. So
No, of course.
Just keep an eye out for that.
Of course. I'll be safe.
I will say currently at least I've only used animal blood to mark things, but yes, just be careful. So yeah, but thank you so much, and this is beautiful. As I said, you need to let me know if you want.
I'm going to order a lot of these from you in the future. Excellent. I'll send one of my guys out tomorrow with exactly how much I need.
Perfect. And if you want, you can also tell me what type of blood
Oh,
because
animal blood would be fine.
any animal, you don't have a preference or
I
religious
don't have a
foundation.
preference. Just keep pets out of it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Then that is easy enough.
I mean, it would be probably better for human blood, but I mean, not a lot of people dying these days.
Not at all. Though there is a blood drive thing that they're trying to do, but it's not working very well.
Yeah, again with the barbarism, the way they do about withdrawing blood. I feel like there's a better way.
There has to be. Especially, people are very close-minded, but we'll
anyway,
fix it.
I need to go tend to my garden. You guys can mull about here as long as you like. It is safe. And if you'll excuse me, and he walks towards the house and enters the door. Roll me a wits and awareness, both of you. I need to see if something happens. You just don't notice anything else. So while you decide what you're going to do in the garden, we're going to cut back to when JJ Malun arrives back at the barn. Your plate is gone, your glass is gone, and Marta and Elsie is also gone. I mean, you did finish everything, so there's no biggie in it.
Jan Hendrik will just basically sit where he did sit before they came,
Mm-hmm.
and then continue his chat with Ben. I just had to run to the first thing I saw, Ben. I feel like you're judgy, Ben. Don't give me that type of attitude.
And he farts.
I hear what you mean about the talking cow. They always laugh.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, they're talking to each other now. Yeah.
No, I've stayed outside.
Oh, you've stayed outside. I thought you went back in.
Yeah. No.
We quickly went back
Marta.
into it.
Quickly went back in to eat.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There was just, I was reading and I'm like, cool, you went back in to eat and I didn't read further. So, oops, sorry, you're there. He didn't notice you, so when you say that, he's surprised.
Oh, yeah, me and Ben were just chilling. So I figured out what the people were.
Yeah, it was JJ and Leon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited to see them. I ran out.
You're very fast.
I was so excited, and then when I got close, they were talking about calcium, and I was like, okay, I know that my calcium is good, so I just.
Calcium good for the bones, apparently.
Yeah.
According to Leon.
Roll me a willpower there, Jan Hendrik.
Willpower.
Okay. Yeah, continue on.
So I came back to finish my duties.
Conversation with a cow.
No. Don't say anything to them, Ben.
That's what he's doing. He's eating.
So like me and Ben, our bond is deep.
That's what 3 hours with a cow will do to you.
Nothing else is happening so far.
Yeah, it's pretty good point, actually.
Maybe it was a coyote.
It's not really America.
Or.
Yeah, remember this is South Africa. We
We
don't have
still
coyotes.
have
Maybe Jan Hendrik doesn't know
Oh, okay.
these animals.
He just read about something. It's like, this could be a coyote.
To be fair, this could be a Kalahari hoender.
Please enlighten us what a Kalahari hoender is.
Please describe Kalahari in great detail.
For $50.
It's basically a chicken that is
Mhm.
black with white dots, and you can only eat it on the month that ends with a why? I can't remember.
July.
So you can eat it on every month then. Okay, okay.
I don't like. I remember there was
January, February.
there was a few months where, like a few months you cannot eat
May.
the thing.
Okay, most of the months. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Tarantol? Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. I'm sitting here. What's a Tarantol in English?
No, that's peafowl. It's a peacock. What do you
Fowl?
call
A
it?
guinea fowl. Guinea
Guinea
fowl?
fowl. Yeah, yeah, something like that.
But yes, it's a Tarantol is a Kalahari hoender.
Holy
Kalahari
crap.
hoender.
I like
Kalahari
how you
hoender.
said it looks like a chicken. I was immediately like, okay, it's a chicken. It's a black chicken with white spots. No, Tarantol does not look like a chicken. It
It
does
kinda
not, in
does.
fact. No. Have you seen chickens?
I have.
Have you seen Tarantol?
And by the way, the Tarantol you cannot eat on certain months. Something about why
Why?
or no, I can't remember why.
Why not?
Because
It
it's
seems
why.
stupid.
I mean, it has worms on certain months.
Ew,
If
then
you
why
eat
would
it,
you eat
you
it
need
ever?
because it's seasonal.
Is the worm seasonal? Seasonal worms.
Okay.
If you never
That's
eat it, you never have to worry about which season you should eat it in.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I would have never eaten a guinea fowl in the first place, but now I definitely will not. Thank you for that. That
Yeah,
was
it
enlightening.
has seasonal worms.
What's Marta up to?
That's like
Martha is cleaning the dishes.
And laughing to herself for some strange reason.
Yes. Just
Okay.
cleaning the dishes.
Going into your nightly routine,
Yes.
getting to bed at 8. It's about
Exactly.
7 o'clock-ish by now.
Okay.
Time passes. We're going to fast forward. What are you guys doing in the garden? Are you still going to spend time there?
Probably go to the barn to show me what.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He shows you where the symbol is, and he tells you about the shock that he felt. And are you touching it?
Yes. Probably touching that.
You get a tiny shock. Sort of like static electricity.
Oh. I want to actually.
You actually inspect your hand to see maybe there's a splinter. No, it was just a tiny little shock.
Yeah, I checked my hand as well. It's not a splinter.
So because I
Also,
know of
the other one shocks you.
that one as well. So
The
because
one
I
in
know of
Elsie's.
occult things, I want to mimic a little ritual to see if I can try and connect to whatever left its energy as my character would believe and stuff like that.
Okay, so what are you trying to do? You want to try and do a ritual?
Yes, so basically what he would do is, because the thing was drawn in blood, he'd probably nick himself and write like a bunch of Hebrewic, just like things in the blood, just to,
Like sort of Aramaic writing and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then put his hand on it to see if he can, because he believes that someone left their energy here. He's trying to see if he can find who left it. Like that type of, like, he's just trying to, he's not done anything like this, but he has read up on
Roll
stuff like
me
this.
resolve and occult, please. What's your specialty in occult? Okay, no.
Yeah, I don't think it will help.
he starts going weird. What exactly do you do?
So I nick myself to so let I bleed, and then I'll write in my blood. It's like the 7-pointed David's star, like at each point, basically just an Aramaic, just some symbols, and then I'll touch it, and then I'll just start under my breath, just saying a prayer, just to see if that's basically what I'm doing.
You've never seen a scientific guy do this shit. Or you don't think they do this shit. You're not entirely sure. And he's writing in there's strange symbols along with
What was that?
Is the strange symbols in the room with you?
Apparently.
Symbols and then flashing
Apparently.
Holy shit, that was fucking weird.
I mean, to be fair, it's still the end of Spooky Month. Maybe, maybe it's like all coming together now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was really strange. No one clip that. Holy crap, that was strange. Anyway, and he mutters again in a strange language under his breath. And after a while, he stops. And which hand did you touch the symbol on with first there, Luan? Which hand did you touch the symbol first to feel the shock?
It was my right hand.
Okay. And he stops and he looks at his right hand. Which hand did you use to touch the symbol there, Jonah? JJ?
Yeah, in my right hand as well.
Yeah. He looks at his right hand and he looks at your right hand. What you see in it was maybe 2-3 blinks of an eye and then it's gone. There is like a sort of tiny light emanating from these hands. From the hands that touched. From your right hand and his right hand. It's sort of like, it's not light, but it's sort of like a wispy, it was sort of smoke coming out of the hand into the air, but it was so quickly done, or you saw it so quickly, you just caught like a little bit of smoke, and then all of a sudden it's all gone, your hands are normal. You don't see it though, JJ, you don't see it, he sees it.
Oh, he sees it, okay.
He looks at your hand and that's it, and he's like, what?
But it takes out the book, starts copying that thing, because I'm very interested in like all the symbols and stuff, so you basically redraws the shape with all the Aramaic letters and everything. Yeah?
I will just
What happened?
start cleaning it as well, just to make sure, because someone else probably... I'm not very good at these things. It was never my job. I think, I don't know, I have a feeling that this is a tag of some sort. And I have a feeling you are also tagged.
What do you mean by that?
I honestly don't know. This is a little bit above I will have to go do some reading.
Listen, I write newspapers. I'm not trying to do a deal with the devil. I'm just like saying that, what do you mean?
It's I will say that people usually make the mistake of like, oh, it's a deal with the devil. There's many other things to make a deal with than the devil. I just be careful. That's all I say, because I feel, I don't know. I need to go read up on this, on what this means.
That doesn't inspire much confidence, eh?
We're safe, it's Bloemfontein, and they won't attack us currently. But this is exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, it would be if we didn't have that personal effect, and I still don't know what's going on. But I mean, it's very cool. What were you saying?
it's just basically just a prayer. It's very hard to explain. But yeah, I'm very good at like old languages, dead languages. So it's basically just a prayer, invokes just the type of the traveler to just see and show you things that's connected to something you've touched. Many psychics can do it naturally, like they call it psychometry. As I said, I'm not good at these things. I'm a lore keeper, not a dabbler. But
So,
basically, yeah, it just
so the idea, if I'm getting it right, is whatever did this thing or this thing is, we are both connected to it.
not necessarily connected, but I have a feeling this is a tag of some sort. I don't know why. It's just, but where we touched this symbol, and I believe maybe anyone who touched it
Yeah, I was
is
just
tagged.
about to say, I'm pretty sure both Elsie and Marta and Elsie both touched it. So I was thinking if Jan Hendrik touched it, but I'm pretty sure they both did.
You do
So-
know from your occult knowledge, your occult is quite strong, and your grimoire knowledge at the very least. You do know if you want to have this thing be more successful, at least you need to get as many people together that touched this thing to actually do a similar ritual, but with all of them holding hands like a seance type thing. Your vision into that aspect might actually last longer. I.e., this is my way of telling you, get the group together at some point.
If you want to explore this more and everyone's okay with it, we can actually. We can do a similar thing, but maybe all of us together who have touched it could just enhance it, because when you practice, it's very rare that you do it alone. You always have a group that helps you.
Okay, I have another thought in addition to that. We can
Are you
definitely
still in
do
the
that.
garden near the barn, or are you making your way back? Because it is about 7 o'clock at night.
I'm probably, I don't know, I'll follow what JJ does currently, because I'm very
will-
The
Well,
moon
I
is
think-
luckily like very, very almost to its fullest, so it's still.
I think while I was standing there in shock for a minute, but I do think we'll start walking, because now that he gave me the idea, I'm like, we can just walk next door and ask them. So I'm like, we can go ask them now. And if that doesn't work, we can go to Tiffany. I need to go to it anyway because I want to know what the hell happened with the bucket. But I can also ask about that if nothing happens here.
like, that's actually a good idea. Like, as I said, my job was not to do anything, it was more to just hold the knowledge. But similar things. But that's actually a good idea. Let's go ask them. Maybe this
We
can
can
just
ask them.
help us. Plus, I think Jan will be very excited if you can say, "Hey, that's a way."
We have a lead. Exactly. I think he doesn't necessarily just want to sit outside and look at nothing for hours. So at least we're giving him something.
Yes, I don't think he understands that guard duty is not very exciting. But maybe.
No, maybe he
likes-
feels good about it. You know, duty or honor or something.
Yeah.
So you make your way. Obviously, you're not going to go through the fields. You're going to take the roadside and, kind of respectful and all of that. That's sort of a thing that you guys do. It's only shady people walks through, doesn't stick to the road. Okay. So you make your way there, and then back at the barn. I need the two of you to roll me a wits and awareness, please.
It's in the warehouse.
Is that now me and Elsie?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh no.
I'm so
You're
bored
focused on
right
the
now.
cow. You're focused on the cow. You think the cow's singing, mooing in my skin. No, mooing in this barn. These wounds they will not heal.
That's actually dope.
Okay, and Elsie, you guys are still talking and being very uncomfortable. His willpower has failed him.
Fine.
He is attracted to you. But the thing is, he is attracted. His body language belies his thoughts.
Okay.
But what he says doesn't sound like he's attracted to you. That was the willpower, by the way. That was the willpower. It's sort of like he's purposefully stupid around you. Maybe.
Purposely.
Yeah.
Purposely.
But
So it's just not just his nature.
it might be his nature, but it might also be on purpose. It might be his nature, but it's definitely his it's definitely enhanced with you around. You think. Yeah. You know, sort of like the hey, if a boy pulls your hair, he likes you type of deal, you know? But in this case he's just stupid.
Don't swing your sword in my general direction, sir. Well,
Elsie,
show me some of your
yeah, show her some of your moves, buddy.
Yeah, show me some of your moves. The
Oh, you-
moon is full, I can see you.
When I take my weapon out in the middle of the night, it is to harm, not to entertain.
Oh,
I
That's
like your
very
deep
sad.
thoughts.
that's so sad.
I fight.
Come on, dude. Pull it together. You
Please.
can. You can.
Got it.
Continue that thought. I would love to hear the end of where that thought is going.
So I do not entertain with my
Mm.
my sword.
Mhm.
My sword is for justice
Okay. Mm-hmm.
for, and for killing and murdering evil.
Killing that pussy.
Blood's got a righteous sword.
Justice. For justice.
But he he's being this serious, like, you know, he's so serious he closes his eyes when he's serious
Okay.
about his things, about his sword.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking at him, you're facing like he's looking. You're standing against the barn, the side of the barn that faces away from the house, but towards the Warden farm.
Mm.
And you could have sworn you saw a shadow just behind when I say just behind, like far enough away to be a shadow. Obviously not like in the firelight there's a shadow. No.
Yeah.
Just behind Jan Hendrik. And you hear a voice. Yeah, that's what swords usually are for. Pardon the intrusion.
Can
Hi.
I help you?
You
Jan,
recognize him.
Sorry.
He's been one of your clients.
Oh.
Yeah,
hey.
Henry.
Hi, Henry.
He's been one of your clients that tired you out.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Elsie. Are you also investigating with the reporter's friend? I take it. Hi. I'm
Something like that. Jan Hendrik, this is Henry, and Hendrik.
Henry, what are you doing here?
I was just wondering if you guys would like any refreshments. It's going to be a long
Randomly?
night. They told me about you.
I'm glad. Elsie?
And you keeping an eye on my side too. It's just right.
Elsie?
Yeah.
I would like for you to bring Martha.
What?
Yes.
Um.
And
Alright.
basically Jan Hendrik will have his hand on his sword, which is like above average. And then
Don't pull yourself.
so basically he's just looking at this guy.
What sword? Are you holding your hand? No, what sword?
My family sword.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Touched by
Encrusted
my-
with your family
my
jewels?
ancestors.
mm,
Yes. Long line of family hands, family ties.
mm.
So, are you going, Elsie?
Martha's sleeping. I don't like to wake her up.
Well, she's
Like, in the
probably
evening.
close to sleeping. Well, you don't
Yeah.
really know the time, but around about this time she goes to bed.
I don't want to wake her
Did
up,
you?
or because she has to get up like at 4 to do stuff.
Did you ask Martha to be on her farm?
She's here often. And Hendrik.
Yeah, we're neighbors. And I'm just here to make sure everything is fine and ask whether you need a couple of extra hands.
No, I'm good.
Because I've got workers that's willing to... I mean, they're guarding my barn. Well, they're supposed to in any case.
You say you come here often, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're neighbors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is
When
and
And I mean, I see... And he smiles a little bit. And I'm like, I am closely acquainted with Elsie.
Mhm.
Yeah, just maybe tell Martha she should tell me if someone else come to the farm when I'm patrolling. Okay.
alright, Jan Hendrik.
Why are you so paranoid?
I'm a paranoid.
It's
You're
really
paranoid.
safe in these parts.
I don't know.
Aside from the couple of animal attacks we had, which I heard is now being done by people.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry that I accused you of something that I don't understand yet.
Okay, no problem. I have some... Do you mind if I pour myself a glass of wine?
Glass of wine?
Yeah. It seems so cozy here, and I like to be at ease.
What type of wine? A
Oh,
white wine?
it's a nice rosé.
Why rosé?
I like sweet things.
You don't mind if
Am I
take a
right,
taste,
Elsie?
right?
Yes, he does like sweet things.
Is there any way I can have a taste?
Sure. You want a taste? I don't have glasses though. I just brought one glass for myself.
Fine, I normally take it from the bottle.
Fine.
Okay. And then Jan Hendrik takes a sip.
You take a sip. Roll me a willpower there, please. Do you drink wine, Jan Hendrik? That's the big question. Do you drink wine?
Jan Hendrik most likely would have drank wine somewhere in his life, but he's not a wine expert.
Does Jan Hendrik love the taste of wine? Or is he a beer or a brandy and coke guy?
A brandy and coke guy.
Okay. This tastes like wine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically wine.
You can have it back.
Okay, roll me a... What's the thing that I want you to roll? Because we need to figure out the notes of subtlety, the subtle notes of. Intelligence and... What would be taste? Would it be awareness? Yeah. Well, let's go resolve. Resolve and awareness, because you're thinking about wine.
Are you sure it's not intelligence and awareness?
I mean, it's memories. Let's go with intelligence. Let's go with intelligence for memories.
Okay. Intelligence and awareness.
Awareness, yeah. It's got a very metallic taste to it. More metallic than your average wine. And he goes on to pour himself, and he's like, yeah, this is a new fermentation process, I heard, that they do, instead of oaken barrels, they try it in other types of barrels, some clay pots, clay barrels. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but I have like this weird feeling about you.
What sort of feeling? Elsie, you can chip in at any time, by the way.
Elsie is entertained, so she's sort of like leaning against the barn, smoking, and then just watching these two men. Because she knows Henry will be back. And she knows Jan Hendrik is being silly. So she's just like watching this play out.
Okay. What sort of feeling? Why do you say funny?
Do you normally walk around at night?
Yeah, that's how I keep my garden so well kept.
Would you say you dabble in sunlight?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
Never seen you in sunlight.
You haven't been to my farm in the early mornings, then?
Time you've met him also.
I was saying. Okay, sometimes you judge a book too fast.
If I may ask, what's your surname, sir?
I am one of a great family. Jan Hendrik van Schalkwijk. The third.
Why the third? Where does your family hail from?
Somewhere in Europe. We are a long line of hunters.
Roll me wits and insight there, Elsie.
Alright. Wits and insight. Cute.
The moment he says hunters, the guy almost, Henry almost, like for a split second, loses a bit of his composure.
Mm.
Yeah, but he regains it. Like he goes like, and then just continues on. Martha, You're gonna hear a ruckus soon as the other two are approaching the. Yeah, you are going to hear a ruckus soon, because they're probably gonna go to the house first. Am I correct?
Yeah,
You're probably gonna go knock on the door first.
because we don't know where he's staying, so we will probably to the house.
Oh, well, you're
We
gonna
don't
go.
know he's at the barn.
Yeah, but yeah, you're basically going to go to the house to get everybody together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. There's a knock on your door, Marta.
Okay.
You're. What are you wearing? You're getting ready for bed. It's just after
Marta.
7.
Marta is already in her comfy PJs, so she'll just grab a robe, put it on, and head to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You open the door and you see those two very excitedly. I guess very excited.
Can I help you?
We need to go do a ritual at midnight to figure out what these hands are. It almost worked. Hello,
Context.
we're trying to protect your bar.
Wait. Just Butler. Okay. So we went to your neighbors.
Okay.
You know, beautiful farm,
Henry's.
beautiful flowers, Henry. You know, to go check once again. I want to inform him of what I found at their farm. You know, I told you about the hole. They have the print and it glows, and we touched it and it dropped us. So he checked it, and he knows a little bit about that field. So he did a little ritual thing, and what he could gather from that was something about. It's definitely a marker. Sounds
Okay.
like we have been marked. And now to fully make it work, we need everybody that has interacted with it. Now we know.
Why midnight though?
I don't
It's
know.
about the distance of the moon. So there's something called in between. So because we're specifically praying to the traveler, we need to take in a place that's more in between. And midnight, especially in the next 3 nights, is when everything is most open. So it's basically about just when the veil of the universe is much thinner. It's a very long story.
But yeah. So if we can do this and get to the bottom of it, and since we have you, Elsie, Jan Hendrik, myself, and Luan all here, it's the best time to do it. And second of all, I know you gotta have to get up early, but you know, he's got great coffee. He's got amazing coffee. You just have a little bit of it, and you'll be fine. You know. So
Okay, I'll show you guys to where Jan Hendrik is, and then I'm going to bed, and then you can wake me at midnight, or just before midnight.
Perfect. Then we
That's
can pray.
perfect.
That's actually a good idea.
And I will walk them over to where Jan Hendrik and Elsie is.
It's the barn. You see Henry there,
Hi,
drinking
Henry.
a glass of wine. Oh, hi.
Henry.
Hi, Marta.
I
Oh,
wasn't expecting you tonight.
No, well, your friend
Oh,
over
she
there
wasn't?
told me. Your friend over there told me that there's someone watching the barn tonight, and I thought he wanted some company, but it seems like you all are here now, and I guess he's got the company he needs.
I sure do.
Yeah. And he takes like another sip of his wine. Oh, I'll go for a leisurely midnight stroll.
Enjoy.
So convenient.
We'll do convenient? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, midnight, nighttime stroll.
That must be nice. The night air.
Yeah, no, it is. It is very it is very delicious. I mean, yeah, the air is very refreshing. Yeah.
It is. It sure is.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah.
No, I'm just saying, running in the nighttime, good for the white complexion.
Yeah, I heard that.
Why are you being so rude, Jan?
Well, do some
Why is
velocity.
this? Oh, guys, it's been really weird this last like 10 minutes.
Oh, how's the wine, Henry? Is it
Delicious.
does it work? I'm glad.
He says delicious. Yeah, it's working.
Oh.
It's working. Yeah.
You made the wine?
Yes, I told you, Mos. It's about the blood, where you basically make the blood look like wine through multiple chemical things. I told you, Mos. No, Henry
Blood?
here is anemic. Yes,
he's anemic.
Anemic.
You know, it's the iron. You know.
You see, client confidentiality does not age well.
Yeah.
Listen,
Hey, we don't have NDAs in this day. There's no such thing.
Just before you go,
Yes.
it's in nighttime. It's actually very dangerous to go alone.
Yeah.
But with faith, good to carry something with you. I have this cross that I carry with me.
You carry with you.
because
Okay.
I'll,
What's the cross made out of? As the DM, I ask.
Don't know. It's like I most likely think like
Probably silver.
Yeah, Jan Hendrik has like there's like a stuff that people use to hunt like vampires. Half of it, Jan Hendrik doesn't know how it works.
Okay.
So it's legitimately just a cross. Like if I don't even think it has like. It's yeah.
Of course. Well, I'll take it.
There we go.
And I'll take the road out. And nice. Is it a wooden cross? What is it made out of?
I would think because it's like it's the family thing, it would be made of like a more like metallic type of.
Yeah, sort of silver. Yeah. He looks at it. And he's like, "Oh, very fine craftsmanship. I'll be sure to return it to you." As he holds it in his hand and he looks at it and he's like, "Wow. Wow." And he puts it around his neck. Okay. Thank you.
Did the cross actually touch his hand, or was he holding the...
No, the cross touched his hand. The cross touches his skin.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And he's like, "Thank you. I will return to you tomorrow."
Okay.
Where do you stay?
The family, that massive old mansion thing.
Oh,
and then,
the Masonic Templar Lodge?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
You also find Luan there, so.
Yes, that's where you sent your courier to actually order. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you live together?
Yes.
Yes, I am his basement. He can have the top.
Okay.
Hear about them.
Good. So, you mentioned that in character, and he just smiles and he's like, I prefer to be top personally, but I like to be above ground, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm, I know.
Oh, very good to know.
Yeah. But, excuse me, and he picks up his wine bottle, holds the wine bottle in one hand, the glass in the other, takes another sip of it. What's an insight there, Luan?
Not the best stats.
Yeah, he just drinks the wine. Or the blood in this case. And
Ron looks very happy about it.
Yeah. And he walks off, takes the road out of the farm. And if you keep an eye on him, he literally just like strolls down, joins in the other road. You see his figure walking. While you guys are talking, you keep an eye on him. That's happening in the background.
He's such a nice guy. I think you're being too paranoid.
I think he's drinking blood. He strolls only at night. And he appears out of nowhere.
He fucks real good too.
The one person that would know that information would be you, Elsie. I don't know how that adds to his character, but thank you for that.
How would you know? But go back to the point. Why are you guys here?
Oh,
I
you
will-
are yet to
I want to do some.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to do some ritual at midnight, so I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys.
Oh,
then.
wait, what's the time right now?
It's 7:45.
Ah, early.
And Marta turns around and walks back to the house.
Yes, so we will just do a ritual to channel the power of the privileges, find the place, and I'll just go on a spiel about
Why
random
don't
bullshit
we
that's just as confusing as science.
start talking about, why does he feel the way he does? And also laughing at him because, Jan Hendrik, what do you think Elsie does?
I don't really know, but you guys are interrupting my investigation.
No, we're aiding you. Don't start
Exactly.
with that bullshit, Jan.
You're sitting in a field by yourself, doing nothing.
It's not. I'm not alone. It's me and Ben. Right, Ben?
Well, that fucking works. I was here too.
Ben is going to be a stake in a few days. So,
I
yes.
tell.
Elsie,
How does that help? You know?
Yes.
Elsie's also been here. That's so mean.
I know.
So sorry.
yeah,
it's just-
Elsie,
Poor Elsie kept you company and she did it for free. I mean, that's.
I'm sorry, Elsie. I don't know. It's that random guy,
Not random. His name's Henry.
Yes, sure.
He's
He's a
the
very
neighbor.
nice guy.
How do
Yeah,
you,
he's a very nice guy.
He tips very well.
how do everyone know Henry?
because his
We-
family has been here for quite a while. He's been here like they are generations, almost, if I could say like
Who's
that.
in Bloom the longest out of all of you?
I'll
Who do you
just walk
think?
here.
Elsie.
Yeah, I was born
I'll say
here.
Martha probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
Elsie,
You wanna,
Elsie
Jan
and
Hendrik will-
yeah, okay, Jan Hendrik, Elsie, and Marta. Jan Hendrik probably forgot. Let's put it that way. He was more focused on vampires and shit instead of history, unless it involved vampires. But it is a well-known fact that his family started the settlement here,
Okay.
and it's turning into Bloemfontein. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe he's like
his
Henry the
grandfather
Sixth.
was Henry Douglas Warden, or Douglas Henry Warden. Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So yeah, start your ritual. I'm gonna patrol and still do what I think is right.
Jan, what both of us are doing is right. Remember, we're not against. This is not a race to find vampires. This is a teamwork. We got this. You're not alone. You don't have to do everything alone.
Okay, guys. Let's all take a shot of your potent. I can't really remember what this is. All take a shot.
Coffee.
Coffee. And
Don't
And
die.
then, are you
Don't
taking?
drink
Are you
too much.
taking? Are you taking the entire shot? Before they say anything, are you taking the entire shot?
Jan Hendrik will basically in the motion of like taking the whole shot, but then he remembers what Elsie was like. Take a small sip. So he's basically like, oh, okay. Then take a small sip.
Not remembering what Luan told you when he gave it to you and gave you a list of do not.
Just by the way, don't do that. That's if you drink too much, heart attack, you die.
Why do people keep saying
Yes,
that?
remember what
This is essentially what
I
you hear.
told you.
Jan Hendrik, this is what you hear. Don't drink too much.
You guys are so
You-
funny.
And when you speak, they hear it in a very fast manner. He's like on some kind of. He's speaking really fast.
Hey guys,
guys.
that's so cool. You guys are so legit. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do a ritual? I love rituals. Rituals are so
What
good.
did you
Rituals are so fun.
do?
Like maybe we should patrol. Maybe I should run. I'm gonna run. Who's running? Not me. And then Jan Hendrik just runs off.
What the fuck did you put
See,
in that
this is
coffee?
why I warned him. It's coffee. It's supposed to keep him awake.
You
It's
told
only a
him to
little
drink
bit,
it.
right?
You told him
in
to
a
drink it
coffee.
when he's feeling tired.
Oh yes. You shouldn't drink it just willy-nilly. It's basically a adrenaline boost.
He just gives
Is
an
it?
Hendrik adrenaline.
Yes, that may have been a mistake, but also I needed a guinea pig, and I thought he would be alone here at night, so he could keep himself busy by running around the farm.
Well, now he's gonna
I do
probably run
apologize.
over and try and murder Henry, so that's great.
Oh, how
not
are we
gonna-
gonna do the ritual thing now if he's off?
Yeah,
I
he's,
don't know.
yeah.
Vrystaat.
We need to wait a few hours. So what's going to happen is that he's probably going to drop unconscious. Not dead. No. Wait, how much did he drink? No, he's going to be fine.
I mean,
He's just gonna
coffee
need-
doesn't last that long, right? Yeah, give him like 45 minutes.
I
Really?
think this one will last a few hours, maybe. Like, as I said, Tiffany gave me the concoction on the recipe, so I'm just mimicking it. It's the first time I'm seeing it in use. Very interesting.
If Tiffany.
Does he have to be conscious for the ritual? Can't he just like we just hold his hand? He can like lay on the floor, you know?
Well, it may be what's gonna happen. We need him awake. Don't worry, we'll just throw water on him.
I mean, wait, did he even touch the thing?
I don't know actually.
I think
He did touch it when you were there.
I touched it. We'll throw water on him. Oh no.
Yeah, he needs a bath. He keeps doing his training and then just go right back to bed. It's
Oh, that's disgusting.
trust me. Half of the house smells like a bull lives there. Sorry, Ben. Vampire fighting does not leave a lot of room for self-improvement in other ways.
Well, I mean, to be fair, his enemy. It's not even that. Like, his enemy probably can't even smell him. So, well.
Maybe that's his defense. Wait, I think he eats a lot of garlic. Oh no, is that why he does that?
Oh, if you eat a lot of garlic, it like
stinky.
comes out through your skin, so you stink of garlic.
Yes. He's an insane genius.
Either that, or he's trying to like mask himself so that when other werewolves come, they're like, "Oh, you also smell like a beast that has lived in the forest for years."
Yeah. But I said he's not usually that bad. It's just he just sometimes forgets. Yeah, I'll see. As I said, we need to do this in midnight, so that's why we don't need to do it now. But I'm glad. Thank you for at least looking after him. He's a little bit of a, how can you say it?
And
Handful.
just in case.
Oh no, I quite enjoyed it. It's out of my ordinary routine, so it's fun. I like it.
Do you want us to tell him what you do, or do you want to keep this a secret forward?
I think
That's a good question.
figure it out himself.
He's not going to.
He's not going to.
I really
It is
want him to
quite
figure
hilarious,
it out.
though.
He's
I really
never
want him to-
dated in his life.
Oh.
I don't think he's held
Yeah.
a hand.
And at this
When
moment,
anyone-
Yeah.
at this moment, you hear someone yell.
Vrystaat!
You hear someone yell, "Vrystaat!" And you definitely roll me a wits and awareness, everyone at the barn, except Marta, because she's at. You heard Freestad as you entered the house.
Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Everyone except for Luan. There's definitely a scuffle going on in the fields, in the direction where the scream came from.
Oh shit! What's he doing with the cows?
Is he
You-
fighting a cow? Is he
I'm
fighting
pretty
Henry?
sure
You
he's
look
going
around you,
back-
all the cows are luckily still here.
What is he doing?
That's not a cow.
What is it?
I'm gonna go check out. I will check it out, and I start like jogging.
What's wrong? Guys, what's wrong? We need to do... Oh,
Come.
I'll follow.
You all
I'll follow secretly.
You all run up to where the sound's emanating from. It's just like around a little freaking rock and whatever. And you see... Also, by the way, you hit him. And you continue on hitting him. Jan Hendrik. What you guys see... Yeah, there's no one there. Yeah. What
is happening?
What you guys
got him.
see...
I finally got him.
What you guys see is he is furiously attacking a tree with his sword.
I finally got him. I got him, guys.
There's splinters and bark flying everywhere. And
you thought I was crazy, huh? I wasn't crazy. You were crazy. I finally found one. It was.
We don't give him this ever again.
What fucking drugs are in here?
None. You would react normal to this, but you need to be tired.
You thought I was crazy.
Maybe a bit of...
I told you I'll be a hero.
I walk up to him, I look him in the eyes with like, I take my hands and I clasp his hands. And I'm like, you're hitting a tree.
You're hitting a tree.
I think maybe let's just drag him back to the barn and put him down on a pile of cow dung or something.
I am so sorry, guys. I expected he could hold his
You live with this?
coffee. He's
Freedom.
usually much better.
Yeah,
Yes, I
he was
wanna roll.
fucking cooked up. Help me bring
Yeah,
up the
it's-
barn.
Fucking.
you
That's gotta be
guys,
cocaine.
you guys eventually get him to the barn and persuade him that he's killed the vampire tree. I mean the vampire. There's a stump left. He fucking hacked that thing to bits.
Is he
I
sword
hope
okay?
that wasn't Marta's favorite tree.
Tree. Mm.
What about my tree? I came out here to tell you to be quiet.
You're at the barn and she's like, wait, what?
I killed a vampire. I sure
He
did.
killed a tree. He chopped one of these.
He-
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Dropped down on the machine.
With his fist or with his sword. I don't know.
Played out murdered.
What? What's wrong with him?
A lot
He
of
drank
things.
some drugs. Pretty sure it's
I
straight up
need
drugs.
to... I need to rework the recipe. That's all. Never drink these things when you're not tired. And I will start scribbling on the recipe.
Pretty sure it's straight up cocaine. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It has to be something like that.
Cocaine and coffee. You here for the ritual?
No, I was heading to bed and then I heard screams. And I
That was
came
him.
to tell him to be quieter, please.
I'm so quiet. That's one of my strong suits. It's one of my skills. Have I told you guys I'm a vampire slayer?
Can let's see how long you can go without speaking a word. It's a test. And then Marta will turn around and get back to bed.
You have to
I
breathe
think
though,
he's-
Jan Hendrik.
Yeah, I
You can't
don't think
just
he's gonna
stop.
breathe.
You can't stop. Oh God.
I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize profusely. I will never give him like this again.
Is he
has been
breathing?
downgraded to sippy cups. Probably not, but a human body will pass out and then he'll start breathing again. So maybe this is better.
What? So he like dies for a second?
No, not die. It's just his body's basically shut down their brain and tells him to go to sleep because he's being an idiot. It's very fascinating.
A reset.
I think he needs a reset.
You start working on the ritual. And for those of you watching, it's a bigger version of the ritual that he did, but not requiring as much blood. Because your first time you did the ritual, it was more of a personal thing, and now you just need a big focus point. So you draw the Davidian star, and you draw the Aramaic letters with a stick in the ground, and you mutter under your breath, or you not under your breath, you mutter out a little bit louder, a normal speaking voice, the Aramaic incantation. And once you've finished it, you just need to know now that all you need to do is to go wake up Elsie and start the ritual.
Marta.
Marta. You gotta wake up Marta and have her just come and hold hands. But the camera fades out at that point. And the camera goes... It fades out, fades into another scene. In a room, there's about 4 other people. It's someone speaking. The camera is like someone's viewpoint. And one of the people ask, "So, we found them?" Someone else says, "Yes." "Have they been marked?" "Yes." "Good." And the camera fades out.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Crazy.
It's all fun and games until the mysterious group talks.
It's all fun and games until someone chops off a tree.
All fun and games until someone gets marked.
Game of lumber.
Game of
Your
lumber.
poor sword. Your poor sword.
That's not even a sword.
Wood
It's just
chopping
like...
is not like made with knife or swords in mind.
This is a family sword. Strong.
With
It's
family
probably now
jewels.
a family angle.
Ompie.
Family
Nate
time.
Cope.
Nate Cope.
Nate Cope.
It's been passed down to each member of the family, you know. Everyone had a hand in it.
Yeah, so we'll continue the debriefing on a separate recorded thing. I want to say thank you everybody for joining. We'll be back next week with some more Vampire Tuesdays. And after that, Tuesday, next week, Wednesday, I'm going to play a game with Mr. Jan Hendrik / Santa over there. There's going to be a bunch of shenanigans. And he's just decided to make the game very difficult. And of course, I'm about 3 times his age. My reflexes ain't as good. So he's going to carry me the whole fucking time.
That's not true. We're gonna carry each other.
Yes. But thank you, Tigress, Angel, M, Serpent, Chaos, and Jono, and Santa for this session. And for those of you wondering... And for those of you wondering, over on Patreon will be the debriefing session, as we call it. The wind down session, as I call it. And there we talk a little bit about what's happening behind the scenes in our planning, so you guys can sort of see a bit into the future of what's happening. So thank you everybody for joining, and until next time, remember that you are valuable, that you matter, and I hope that you know that you are loved. And until next time, have a good one.